Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your very late, very out of date Smackdown and WWE Hall of Fame 2024 review. And we are live. We're live for WrestleMania Night 2. As you see, first of all, I did a WrestleMania live reaction for Night 1 for the main event. It got taken down because of copyright. I'm okay, but unfortunately it got taken down for copyright, but it'll be up eventually. It just got removed of audio. I don't know. Next time I'm just going to make sure my volume is very low when I do a live reaction. I guess it sadly happens. I don't know. The reason why I didn't do a SmackDown review, and basically I'm catching up a lot of videos. The reason why I'm doing a lot of these videos now is that unfortunately I was very tired, very busy this week. And again, I went to Raw. Like this past week. I'm very tired of it. I had just other things to worry about, and not just that. Like it backed up a lot of videos that I was planning to do. And this year I'm not able to do a live a prediction video or whatever. It's like that really matters. I don't think it really matters in all honesty. Yeah. And unfortunately, when I was going to do the SmackDown review, unfortunately my house had a little flood because there was a plumbing issue. I blame the city. I blame definitely my building department. I blame it all. Let's just say I'm not a happy camper. Today I was actually planning to go to WrestleMania for Night 2. I mean, if I went to WrestleMania, I wouldn't have time to do this, but in anything, that's only the positive about this, trying to catch up on some videos. But at the end of the day, I'm now going to miss out on going to WrestleMania, because unfortunately, a lot of shit that happened. But to be fair, maybe there is a little positive not going to WrestleMania, even though I wanted to so badly, because, the potential of seeing The Rock in person, I mean, he's going to be there. Stone Cold potentially could be there. John Cena potentially being there, and even The Undertaker potentially being there. They're trying to make like a modern Avengers with with Cody Rhodes and all this stupid shit. Get the bloodline. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm gonna miss out on a lot of good things. But if anything, whatever. It sucks. It sucks. I mean, I understand there's other WrestleManias, there are other times, but there only is like one chance you'll see The Rock. Again, I would have gone to even Night 1. But here's what happened again. I had the opportunity. I could have gone to Night 1 and Night 2 or whatever. Night 1 was out of the door because, unfortunately, of the flood I had due to the plumbing issue that I explained to the city and whatever. So it just ruined my weekend, man. I'm also very tired and all that kind of shit. So what can I do? I guess, huh? Everything is fucked up. But you know what? At least I'm blessed that my house is still available. It's a lot of cleanup I had to do, but at the end of the day, I'm here. We're doing the videos now. I know there's a lot of people that might probably like, why are you doing SmackDown? But at the end of the day, this is the only time I can probably do it. So it's time for your SmackDown and Hall of Fame review. We're gonna review this, and yeah. Let's get this done. This is going to be a quick SmackDown review, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to also do Night 1 of WrestleMania, which by the time we're live, we have basically an hour and like 10 minutes for Night 2 of WrestleMania, and I want to get everything done before Night 2. Tonight, I'll plan to do Night 2 of WrestleMania review. Okay, people? So let's get this over with. Let's talk about, I guess, the SmackDown, shall we? Alright, so SmackDown started with the Kevin Owens show, with Randy Orton being there. I did miss a little bit of SmackDown because I was also very tired. Again, I was very tired. I was stressing to think what night I was gonna try to go to for WrestleMania, and also not just that. I was like planning stuff. I was planning what I wanted to do, which night of WrestleMania I wanted to try to go to, or whatever. But yeah, besides that, but I also had other shit I was doing earlier in the day. So, yeah. So SmackDown happened. We had the Kevin Owens show. Kevin says, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kevin Owens' show. I'm Kevin Owens, and it's not just any special guest for it's WrestleMania weekend. It's going to be an absolute legend in this industry. It's going to also be my opponent, ironically. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Randy Orton. And then you want to sit in and alright, the WWE chair is the best that the money can buy. And Orton, thank you for joining me tonight. You know that this Sunday's a big match. It's Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. That's me versus Logan Paul. Like he's pointing at his shirt. He has a special Kevin Owens shirt that whatever. He's cool for you. It's me versus Kevin Owens. Paul. Yeah, the worst. I wrote he's cool for you, Randy. And it's for the United States Championship. Obviously, like we're gonna want to walk out as champion, but you know what that means. Well, for tonight, we're gonna, it's a common denominator, and that this is our strong dislike / hatred for one Logan Paul. And I guess I feel it too. Kevin Owens shows tough tough question for you, like Randy. Yeah. I want that shirt, like Logan Paul sucks right here, and my question is on a scale of 1 to 10, how much about knowing repulsive do you find Logan Paul? There's a guy who used to do those yes chants. And then Randy says, I go to disagree with everybody, I'm gonna go say he's 11, that's right. And then Logan was like, Randy, Kevin, hey guys, look at you guys, you're so cute being best friends. We're a couple toddlers laying in the same bed. Well, I'm done. I'm a Don. I'm out here in the real world, building empires. Shut up, Philadelphia, you all idiots. I'm building empires. You two are doing what? Wasting your time to Kevin Owens show, you idiots. I'm stepping ahead of all time. I'm already out here thinking about my victory WrestleMania outside the ring, where I will retain my United States champion. And he shows that he's in the fucking WrestleMania 40 stage and whatever. And he goes, this guy talks about Travis who's someone's literally scroll across the street, his name is right across the street. You're like, yeah, and then they go, let's go get him, and I think so too. And then all like basically proceed to do like a, they're trying to go kick that, I mean, it would have been funny if they had that music or whatever, but that didn't happen. So they go on to basically chase fucking Logan Paul, but then Austin Theory, Grayson Waller tries to get involved or whatever. First match, the Andre the Diamond may be a real deer. They did an Andre Battle Royal, and no one cares. Again, I'm tired of this whole Battle Royal shit. Like, this whole Battle Royal shit, it's just... They clearly could have time to, like... You have 2-night WrestleManias, and I don't give you this bullshit, again, pace your time better, maybe, and you will have enough time to do an Andre Battle Royal. The Andre Battle Royal should have something to offer. The winner gets a fucking title, whatever, anytime you want, cliche. That's what they should do. Like, have a WrestleMania, the winner gets to decide which title they go for. It could be for any fucking title, Basically Money in Bank, but in this case, it's also available other titles. Maybe even, again, anytime, any place, you can even challenge the next fucking night, for fuck's sakes. Like, this is the perfect opportunity where they could have had, even Chad Gable, for instance, to be part of this match that they did at WrestleMania, and he wants to face Gunther the next night. That is essentially what they could have done to make people care, and then that way you could have done, some bullshit. Or even fucking Sami Zayn was in the Battle Royal. Sami Zayn could have won the Battle Royal. He could have been the one to face fucking Gunther in night 2 instead of night 1. Night 1 could have been Chad Gable. Basically another opportunity. It's really not too hard what they could have done on this fucking Smackdown, on this fucking Battle Royal for Andre the Giant. It's really not too hard, okay? Bunch of jobbers were in this match, so it is what it is. They're all a bunch of jobbers and blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. Consulting the chat. Apparently I have a commenter. Let me see if I have a commenter, shall we? Okay, let me see. I'm consulting the chat. Let me open up the chat there. But yeah, again, that Andre Battle Royal, man. It's just, who really cares of that? Brian Gewirtz was a much better writer than Paul Heyman was back in his aggression era. I mean, I like both. I like Paul Heyman and Brian Gewirtz. Okay, so that's something I will say. Even though Paul Heyman is pretty smarky, but again, Paul Heyman proves that he can be the best. This is why we're going to talk about him in the Hall of Fame. So it's a good thing that, he's getting his little flowers and whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, Bronson Reed won this Battle Royal. and I think he won after eliminating Ivar. So 2 heels, like whatever. So he lost last year, and now he won this year. I don't care. I don't care. We get a Final Testament vignette, and then it's now the Final Testament versus the Street Profits and Orange and what's his name, fucking Bobby Lashley. They're gonna face each other in a street fight. So, which is kind of cool. I mean, again, that's why I'm still fucking angry with this stupid fucking show. Or I'm still fucking angry with my fucking flood. I could have seen all these matches which look a better card than night 1, you know? But again, fucking shit that happened in my house. And also, the weather in Philadelphia looks fucking kind of bad. You know, it's cold in Philadelphia. It's an open stadium. And there's a warning of fucking a flood. So, I don't think, you know, it's going to be good. Logan Paul walks down the ring talking smack about the Philly crowd, and he runs into a trap by Orton and Kevin Owens, which they thought he was going to be in the same arena. He's going to go. They were going to They were going to the fucking WrestleMania arena, but then we see them freaking trick Logan Paul. They do a stunner, and then an RK out of nowhere. I mean, it's not out of nowhere. We already know the fucking RK was going to happen, and that's how they basically end that shit. And yeah, wow, Kevin Owens and Orton buddy with each other. I would have hoped that, like, I mean, sure, they were angry at Logan Paul, but it's like, I don't know. This is definitely one of the weird ways of their booking a triple threat match where already the two people are buddy somewhat. But what? Oh, get it? They don't like each other during the match cliche? They're very serious. What's gonna happen after the match? Then they're gonna hate each other? Like, come on, whatever. It is what it is. Second match. Zelina Vega, or no, Elektra Lopez defeats Zelina Vega. After the match, we had a bunch of LWO people were involved in this match. Then backstage, Dragon Lee was hurt. Oh wow, and then Carlito was there. Oh, I wonder who attacked him. Apparently they're teasing again Carlito turning heel. It's like, he doesn't need to turn heel. And not just that, like, how is it that hard to try to do a all-member LWO versus all-member Legado del Fantasma, including Dominic Mysterio type of match? It's really not too hard how to book this shit. Even involving Dragon Lee, and now they want to involve Andrade. Okay, so what happened is that Andrade, oh get it, he's buddy, you know, with Dominic, but then like he's kind of like has a little respect, and then I don't know, something about him and Dominic transpire, and then eventually Legado del Fantasma and Dominic, they pushed Andrade, which led to Andrade being angry, and he attacks both of them. And now Andrade embraces Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio, even though Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio and Andrade, from their history, they hate each other. So all I do all of a sudden they respect each other, cliche, you know what I mean? But yeah, wow, Zelina Vega and Andrade did get her again. Look a little sus, by the way, how he held her, you know what I mean? Looked a little sus there. Because, you know, they're married. You know what I mean there? I get it. Fucking Zelina Vega liked that Latino shit. He liked that little Latino schlong. No, you know, Latino always likes their own. Especially probably big. He's a bigger guy than fucking what he got to home. And fucking Andrade likes real woman. You know what I mean? He likes real woman. Look, I can't. You know, at least the chick looks feminine. You know, compared to what he has at home. I understand. I see you, Andrade. I see you. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi have a message for Damage Control. Oh wow, they came out and like they have a message for them. Oh, whoop-de-doo. And then, you know, we about to beat that bitch there, Damage Control, bitch. We black bitch, we sassy black bitch. We got big weaving shit. We're gonna go shock kisses on your ass. The ghetto black bitches are here. AK, I don't know, it's Team Bad 2.0. We the sexy black bitches. We sexy, we beautiful and dangerous, bitch. We got big weaves and shit. And we're gonna go showcase on your ass. Yeah, that's right, girl. We sexy black bitches. You gonna get jig with the bitch. We the same bitches that gone married. Anyway, so that happened. The third match, the New Catch Republic defeats Austin Theory and Grayson Waller They're already in the match. Why this happen? Oh yeah, for momentum. Oh, momentum. Momentum. There's an advantage to this for some reason. Remember when freaking Dave Meltzer said that the Austin Theory and whatever, what's his, Grayson Waller, they were gonna be out of the. Look how that turned out, by the way, when they were predicted to not be in the match. How did that predict it? Bailey, Io Sky's segment. I don't know. They had a backstage segment. I don't know. They had a video package like, oh, Bailey, I'm no stranger making history. Women champions, grandstand, blah blah blah. And I would create damage control, but I was turned back on, and then Io Sky's like, the Bailey, in English, you create damage control, but damage control is thriving without her. We outgrew Bailey type of shit. I don't know. And then like, oh, we're gonna beat each other at WrestleMania. Who cares? LA Knight comes out. This is the promo where he basically choked on his gum promo. That's basically what this promo was. So, let me talk to you about AJ Styles. LA Knight WrestleMania. Yeah. 2 nights. I feel it fresh, but all the man can call. The phenomenal one. Let me double you, AJ. I don't think you're phenomenal. As a matter of fact, I think you're phenomenal not showing up, and I think you're phenomenal running away. And this Sunday, you'll be phenomenal by taking a stomp by the man, by all the megastar. And so, how do you go down? There's no more than running there. There's only time for crying. So you can go ahead and grab your cry towel, dummy. Yeah. He said it. You should have been running home doing that because you've been coming back and all you do is crying about me and what you're doing is thanking me. You should be thanking me because you're bowing on the altar of LA Knight. Because when I put the boost to you, you're actually going to get people talking. I actually going to make you interesting. Well, Sunday night I'm going to have plenty to talk about because I'm not just going to boost you. I'm going to give you the 3, the hard way. I'm going to boot you straight, up to John Elliott. And you, Philadelphia, you got the whole damn world who's going to know this game is. Everybody's saying, oh, late night, yeah, this is the promo choke. It's not a bad promo, but I didn't really, unfortunately, care because this match is not that intriguing. You see, when you compare this shit to like Bret Hart and Stone Cold, it was actually legit hatred. You build it up properly. They're just doing this match with any real proper build. And you're thinking about, oh, but get it? He broke into Styles' house. Attitude Era. That's not really Attitude Era shit, really. It's just kind of like, okay, it resembles the Attitude Era, but it's not really that exciting, as what it should be, Anyways, the main event. Jey Uso wins by disqualification, defeating Solo Sikoa. Because of Jimmy Uso. This match was just whatever. We've seen this match many times before anyways. So it's like whatever. And wow. Someone for Sikoa not being at WrestleMania again without a match. And he beats John Cena and then he so far been losing. It's like, what are you doing anyways? Whatever. They beat up Jey Uso, but then Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes comes out to make the save. And they grab a belt and they whip both of them, and then they give Jey Uso the belt to whip Solo, and especially Jimmy to lead to their match for tomorrow yesterday now, because I'm reviewing this on the Sunday for WrestleMania. Then Cody Rhodes grabs the mic. Cody says, 40 years of WrestleMania, can you feel it? 40 years of WrestleMania, talk about pressure. Tomorrow night, my partner and my friend, he's our friend, World Champion Seth freaking Rollins, we're going to slap the final boss of Rock so hard that he was lifted on their body and we'll remember what to be the people's champion. We're going to shatter. Wow, does that tease something? The foundation of the bloodline. And on Sunday, I'm going to drone the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. That's right. I'm going to fight every moment has defined me, every single fan that's believed in me, and my dream to become champion on Sunday. You know that the story ends, an even better one begins. I don't know. It's whatever. Get it? It's this story. It's all about his story. So this leads to, obviously, for night 1, main event night 2. It's whatever, It's actually a better way to end the show than you think, They actually had Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins there. It makes you kind of like, oh, wow. So again, a lot of this show was just, giving you, get ready for WrestleMania. Not much really happened on the show, sadly. But they were trying to at least do that little extra build. It was not good as Raw, that's for damn sure. But hey, whatever. But overall, SmackDown, yeah, not really exciting. It wasn't really an exciting show. You know what I mean? I gotta be honest. It wasn't really that exciting. So there you go. Oh yeah, and again, who cares about Bronson Reed winning the fucking Battle Royal? Like really, who fucking cares? Okay. Anyways, so that was SmackDown. Now let's move on to the Hall of Fame. Because let's talk about a little bit of it. The Hall of Fame this year was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of this stuff in the Hall of Fame, they actually managed to use this a way to elevate a story, in a sense, because that's what they did with The Rock when he was inducting his grandmother, and somewhat with Cody Rhodes when Paul Heyman was getting inducted. He's like, "I wish your father was here too." That's what he said, but. Same thing with freaking The Rock when he was given the People's Championship by Muhammad Ali's wife or widow. So, but yeah, I mean, it was still fun to see the legends getting inducted. It's not obviously the problem with this Hall of Fame, and the problem with this Hall of Fame was it didn't have that not only star power I understand like. Not every Hall of Fame needs to involve a former WWE champion, but like, what they could have done is definitely they should have. I mean, if you're gonna induct somebody in the Hall of Fame, and in the near future, you should gotta like promote these people properly, because now I understand like Jack something, what is it like the fucking Long John Jackson, I think, whatever. I'm trying to remember who the guy was. Oh yeah, Thunderbolt Patterson. Let's not pretend we don't know. Let's not pretend we don't know this guy. Like, come on here. Like, they gotta promote these guys better. Anyway, so here's the key points of what happened on the Hall of Fame. Jackie Redmond and Corey Graves were open show. They were the ones that were hosting. Jackie Redmond's fucking hot, by the way. She's invited my big black couch, make her go, oh shit. Corey Graves points out that WrestleMania is seated in the crowd next to Stephanie McMahon, who's wearing an old ECW hat from the Alliance. I like that, he said. Other wrestlers seated in the crowd, such as Jey Uso, CM Punk, that were acknowledged, and Hall of Famers Kurt Angle, Trish Stratus was there, who's Pittsburgh's own freaking Kurt Angle, and Rey Mysterio was there, because they know a lot about the Hall of Fame. And the first inductee is an advocate. So, this was also a big problem about the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Paul Heyman, who should have been the headliner, he's the opener. That's like saying you're main eventing WrestleMania, but you're opening first. You know what I mean? But he still said he's the headline or whatever. Not a good way to honestly open the Hall of Fame, or like, because this should have been the ending. And I still mean that in a good way, because Paul Heyman fucking legit stole the fucking induction ceremony. Like, he legit did. Which makes it very hard for anybody to, like, try to talk as the first. Because this was a great induction ceremony speech. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, Paul Heyman, are we really surprised? Paul Heyman is the man. And I understand, he appeals to smart people at times, kind of makes bullshit, like, we're in the middle of the third inning, pal, or whatever. But Paul Heyman, like or not, he is a wrestling mind. He created ECW, for fuck's sakes. He does have a lot of good ideas. For God's sakes, he helped made guys like Brock Lesnar and even Roman Reigns to be the stars they are today. Without Paul Heyman, the bloodline wouldn't be as successful. Like, what can you say? But yeah, him opening the fucking ceremony, like, it definitely is a great way to make you care about the Hall of Fame. But like, it's just like, wow, who is gonna follow that? Or who's gonna make you care? Which apparently was his intention. He mentioned that. So here's what Paul Heyman really said. Okay, well, he was inducted by Roman Reigns. Reigns gets booed because so the problem with this show, I would say, is that a lot of these fans are a bunch of marks. You know, they think this is real. They think that like they can't separate reality from fucking story. You know, like really, like I don't get it. Whatever. Reigns says, "I love my wise man. You know, yeah, there's so many ways I could have turned this down, but because I'm out of character here, I want to, he has the ability to motivate others, and how he says things, that things gotta be done, and I want to say keep this short and lighthearted, I gotta say, he makes you think every time to do better, and then it's like, ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Hall of Famer, class of Hall of Fame inductee, headliner, Paul Heyman. Then we see Paul Heyman. He comes up with his ECW theme, which I kind of like. Hell yeah, fucking ECW, man! It was fucking awesome to see coming out with this whole ECW theme, which I was hoping for. He shakes hands with Rob Van Dam and hugged him. We see him in the Dudleys. I mean, we can only see Bubba Ray. We didn't see Bubba Ray the entire speech for some reason, and we didn't even see Devon. Devon was there for the rest of the show. I don't know what happened, but he hugged Devon. We saw some ECW people, and yeah. It was cool. We saw his kids were there. And CM Punk was there. He was standing. He was tall, whatever. Saw his daughter there and son. Daughter is pretty cute, by the way. So, Paul Heyman's daughter. What's going on? Anyways, so then Paul Heyman. Oh yeah, Tommy Dreamer was there. How can I forget? We got "Use the Deserve It" chants, and then Heyman responded, "You're damn fucking right, I deserve it," which led to an EC Dub chants. Heyman says, "I didn't prepare anything because, I wanted to feel the room. And I want to send, which I said in interviews leading to this. I talked about not being comfortable to speak up on myself. But I pointed to my kids at the ringside, and who are sitting next to CM Punk chants. It's like, I was honored to work with people to feel if this sports to take a professional wrestling," and that he earned a huge pop. It's professional wrestling, not sports entertainment, even though it's the same meaning. It's the same shit. What are you guys talking about? Whatever. Obviously, this leads to fucking all these arguments about fucking, professional wrestling, which I hate, but whatever. Heyman also mentioned that, being the first inductee of the Hall of Fame was picked by Paul Levesque, which led to a Triple H chance. Only one person could drive a car out of chaos. And then and I have to that I am a Paul Levesque guy. This man is a genius. So Paul Levesque chants or whatever, and yeah, he thanks Triple H for being a guy who gives creative freedom to every person. Like he's a guy that cares and blah blah blah. It's okay. He's better than Triple McMahon. I'm not saying he doesn't give creative freedom, but it's just like he gives probably too much creative freedom to people. Just saying, you know what I mean? But hey, maybe it's at least Triple H. I'm not. There's things to praise him and things are not. But again, he cares with smarky fans, which is hard to make you care and praise the guy as a creative genius. In a sense. Heyman then turns to focus on a nervous looking Stephanie, who has a hat, but then Paul Heyman says, if my daughter grows up to be half the woman that Stephanie is, then she is a great woman. He also pointed to ECW hat, and it's like, something, Stephanie, you probably married the wrong Paul. So that it was funny and type of shit, Heyman then turns to his kid and he says, "This is what I want to do for your life. And by the whole world of people respect and admiration chasing your dreams. Also, I want to point out that if anyone messes with you, Haku is 2 seats over." And then he says, "Pursue your dreams. Pursue your happiness," he says to them. I said, "My father was a greater orderer than I am," which has been something Heyman, which has been something apparently Heyman who said to wish you both his parents, and he wished you were here, and he kind of chokes up a little bit. And then, it points to Cody Rhodes, He's like, oh, wow, Cody. And then, I wish your father was here, too. And then he says, now let's get the mushy stuff out of here. And now it's time to talk about ECW. I wish he talked about his WC stuff and also, like, WCW stuff and also, like, his, Paulie Dangerously type of stuff. And even him starting as a photographer. It would have been nice to hear him talk about that more than just ECW, but, Then he talks about ECW. He opened up the fucking box, which includes his leather duster jacket and his old ECW hat, and even the phone. Like, oh, this is real. This is the same phone that I used on Sting when he lost to Rick Rude for the United States title. He mentioned that. He says, in 1993, the wrestling industry sucked. WCW wouldn't listen to him, and when he needed a place that would accept my vision, and I couldn't have done it anywhere else but Philadelphia. WCW got the idea of the cruiserweights for me, and what happened to the ECW arena, and where Stone Cold Steve Austin had his first beer. And I disagree with the sentiment that he said that he disagreed that, if you think that ECW is gone, it's still alive in the matches you see today. It's the fans. It's the spirit of ECW that's very much alive. And if you think that it's dead, then you can suck my fucking dick. He also mentions how every time that he's been canceled, he comes back bigger every time, and he basically called this. I like this though. This is why I like Paul Heyman. He fucking called on cancel culture. He fucking said like what he said about cancel culture is that, the only way you can be canceled if it's you to let them, and you cannot be canceled if you let people cancel you. Which is like it's kind of true. Which is like it's kind of motivational. You can't let people fucking stop you. So it's like. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. It's like a shoot to cancel culture. He mentions Brock Lesnar by name, by the way, which is freaking cool. He mentioned how he was on his farm killing things and eat during the pandemic, which is what Brock Lesnar does. And that's why I pair with Roman Reigns. And only you could cancel you. I've been canceled 1,000 times. Now I'm going to make it 1,001 or whatever. And I spoke like, today's stars. I saw him. That they're legend. They embrace legends of the past. And then, now then he refers as the Hall of Fame, and he gives shout outs to CM Punk and Roman. And now here's the Hall of Fame, where you have guys like CM Punk and Roman Reigns will work with me, blowing it up to the P, and then are taking too long, but finish it off. And guess what? I'm just getting started. He mentioned how how people say it's just getting started. I am just getting started, and I'm going to disrupt this industry all over again. And that's not just a prediction; that is a spoiler. So, it's just cool. Great promo. Great induction speech. You know what I mean? It's one of the best. One of the best induction speeches. I gotta tell you. Bo Nakuna gets inducted in the Hall of Fame. She gets inducted by Lundra Blaze, aka Medusa. I'm so happy to be here at the Hall of Fame. She basically talks like an Asian person trying to speak English. Like, okay. I mean, she's just trying to speak good for her. She says how she's happy to be back in WWE. She would like to beat the Bull Corner again. I want to beat the. If I was a born again, I would like to be put in the corner. I like WWE. I like wrestling. Yeah, she sounds like a nice old lady. That's all. Muhammad Ali just gets inducted in the Hall of Fame. And he gets inducted by The Undertaker. Yes, The Undertaker. The Undertaker actually comes out. He recites some quotes from the, he said, fall like a bumblebee, sing like a bee. He said all the popular catchphrases of Muhammad Ali. But then he says, like, it's kind of fitting. The greatest of all time from WWE inducts the greatest boxer of all time. Two greatest of all time. And I'm fucking, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And I never thought I would see Undertaker like this. So he came out with the, with the Dead Man song, so which is pretty cool, I thought he'd retire from that, but hey, it's cool to see him, like, coming out like that. Taker brought out Lonnie Ali to accept her husband's. He mentioned how like Ali's the great legends among legends, and inducts like Ali in the Hall of Fame with the help of Lonnie Ali, which is the widow. Lonnie Ali says that Ali was a role model and inspiration to us all and continued to inspire a new generation of fans. Lonnie said he loved both people, and loved when people loved him back. Lonnie talked about Ali punching Roddy Piper in the main event of the first WrestleMania, talked about Ali's humanity and humanitarian work, and said how he's every deserving of every honor and has received, and known Ali that would have thrilled to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. And Lonnie talked about how The Rock asking for permission of being the People's Champion. She then gives a People's Championship, a new People's Championship to The Rock. Then The Rock comes out with a boost from Philly. Like they're a bunch of marks, you know. And you think this is real. The Rock then talks about how him and his family knew the Ali family for a long time, and that's how he got the honor of having the People's Championship, People's Champion name, and leads to the People's Championship. How he knew the Lonnie crowd, but then he was in the podium, mentioned the booze a little bit, and then he just said how he loves and he honored Ali, and how he loves being the People's Champion. So it was just cool to see that. Then we see Mike Rotunda, Billy Windham getting inducted to the Hall of Fame by Bo Dallas and the daughter of the sister of Bo Dallas, the supposed sister Abigail, right? Whatever. They honor Bray Wyatt. They talk about again how it was honor being part of WWE, being part of the first WrestleMania, and they just basically use this way as just honoring Bray, really. So. Which just maybe they could have just honored Bray Wyatt. They could have just inducted him at the same time, really. But at the end of the day, it's whatever. It's cool. I would like to hear a little bit of their story, but they just really honored Bray. And obviously, they were sad when to mention Bray, but we saw Bray, we saw the Fireflies. It was cool, Then Thunderbolt Patterson gets inducted in the Hall of Fame. The New Day comes out, which involving Big E. They mentioned how Thunderbolt Patterson, he's the one that wanted unionization and equal rights for men who are colored, and pay, which I respect. But again, the guy wanted unionization, and let's be honest, unionization shit does not work with WWE or wrestling in general. Let's be for real here, okay? So that's something I don't agree with, because again, unionization with pro wrestling, you would not get away with all the things you have done in wrestling. Just saying. And it sucks that a lot of people don't understand and agree with that. We get a video, aired of Patterson's career, and then we see because he is old, unfortunately, in a wheelchair, then he has to be helped into the fucking ring. Then Patterson, he kind of strongly spoke. He kind of sounded like an old pastor, which is kind of funny, but it's at the same time it's kind of sad, to kind of understand, comprehend, especially when you're watching at home. You know what I mean? But, I actually thank the Briscoes, Richard, Blair, Brian Blair, and Mike Moneyholm, whatever. Yeah, he thanks a bunch of people. He says, I thank Jesus. Jesus, he spoke like a pastor. I like when he spoke as a pastor, like a black pastor, you want it? You want it? Take it! And then, fuck, like a pastor, I want to thank Jesus. Yeah, I thank Jesus. I thank Jesus. Oh, I thank Jesus. I thank Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Oh, you know what I mean there? I love it. I fucking loved it when he fucking went on to fucking being a pastor. They just these black pastors, hey, you want it? You want it? Take it! And then everybody fucking, the church is falling, you know what I mean? Goddamn. Oh, man. I loved it. It was funny. It was funny, bro. I loved it. He says he was taught that what he to say and come back to you, that he asked for a crowd of, can I get an amen? And then, they gave him one. They I'm surprised that the fucking atheists, all these libtards did not fucking boo or whatever, but, hey, it's cool. You know, it's been a spiritual welfare. Everybody lying, hating, and killing. It's time to treat people how you want to be treated. Which, is he wrong? It's cool. So, cool. Trying to know, and I'm not gonna act like I know the guy, but hey, it's good to see how he was. I like when he acts like a pastor. It's fucking funny. Then the headline, the actual headline, which was Leah Maivia inducted in the Hall of Fame. You see The Rock standing next to, like, we see an old footage of The Rock with the grandmother's grave. We see how we also see the young Rock actress who played Leah Maivia. Talked about how the history of Leah Maivia, how they had Polynesian Pro Wrestling, that little fed they had where they worked with WWF before, which was cool. And then The Rock comes out. He was introduced to come out. He had his entrance, So the weird thing about this this headline, the way they ended it, it was more so like they were trying to promote WrestleMania in a weird sense, which is not the worst thing, but like at the same time, it's like, shouldn't he try to honor his grandmother more? I mean, it is what it is. It's cool still. You know what I mean? It's still fucking cool. I see a lot of people are saying The Rock is evil for taking the Muhammad Ali's spotlight and whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, first of all, like, that's what a lot of people don't get. Like, again, it's his grandmother. He has kind of every right to do whatever. At least he honored his grandmother. Two, about Muhammad Ali. Like, the Muhammad Ali and The Rock, their family is close. And, like, they try to make it work what they could. Again, what can you really do? Muhammad Ali's not there, unfortunately. He's not here anymore. He passed away. What can you really do? So, it was like, in the end of the day, they try to make things work, and it kind of does help, like, the benefit to, like, build and make you kind of intrigued of what they're going to do on this show. I mean, on this fucking induction ceremony, so I can't really hate on it, so, yeah. He came up with a better response from the crowd than earlier. He wants to congratulate the entire class, that's what he did. He talked about how his grandmother was a trailblazer in a male-dominant industry, how she changed the game and opened the doors for so many wrestlers, including for women in wrestling. He talked about how the early 1980s promotion would send the biggest stars to wrestle, and one of them was Dusty Rhodes. Oh, Cody. He then brought out the WWE brand mic and pushed away the mic and the podium. He turned to the attention to Cody Rhodes and he said, "What happened between them at WrestleMania is not business, it's personal." A Cody Rhodes chants ring. Then The Rock acknowledges his mother, Ata Maivia. Ringside, he calls her the real final boss. And he said that his mother would like to lay the smackdown on Cody Rhodes' candy ass. And Rock thanks everybody, thanks his grandmother, and tells everyone, get ready for WrestleMania. And that's how the show ends. This show was more so for the people in the crowd, if you think about it, that they got a dose of wrestling and they got a dose of the Hall of Fame. I guess that's also why SmackDown was the way it was. That's the unfortunate reality of SmackDown. SmackDown won't be as must-see as it should be. I mean, it's still must-see because it's a go-home show for WrestleMania, but it's like a precursor to the Hall of Fame, which, it's whatever. I'm okay with it. If they're going to do 2 night WrestleManias now, I kind of accepted it. But, like, at the same time, it's going to be a long night to try to enjoy both things. But in the end of the day, it's whatever. I don't hate it. This was still cool, to see what they did. Yeah, I like the Hall of Fame, Obviously, like, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to act like I care about everybody that was inducted in the Hall of Fame, but it's great to see legends that were part of the business inducted, so which is why I will always love and respect about the Hall of Fame. It's great to see, definitely Paul Heyman stole the show, as he should have, because he was the true headliner no matter what. But, it's great to, in a little sense, to try to promote WrestleMania, but at the same time, they honor the legends that people need to be honored of, and that had a reason to be part of wrestling. Not only that, but also been part of WrestleMania, like Muhammad Ali, the Windham brothers. It's good. It's good. What they did, it's okay. It's not the worst thing. It's fine. It's cool. It's great to see legends honored. And it was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, regardless. It's great to see Heyman was inducted and being known as the true headliner. So, and more so, this Hall of Fame was honoring people who were not the WWE champions, but helped this industry, which is kind of cool to see. But again, as the 40th annual WrestleMania, it felt like they should have honored of people who like they should have been a headliner that was a WWE champion, but it seems like a lot of people who have been former WWE champions, have been part of big history, is kind of like retired. And like in this sense, this would have been a great way to even honor The Rock as like if he was being inducted in the Hall of Fame this year, which would have been fine. That would have been a big way, like yeah, a big name for the 40th WrestleMania weekend. Like sure, but whatever. It is what it is. Like they think what they did was enough. It was still cool to watch. So the whole thing was cool. Definitely great to see Heyman getting deducted. That was the best thing of the show. Great to see Undertaker part of the Hall of Fame speech too. Everybody in general was good. It's a good. I like history, man. I like watching stuff like that. Seeing people getting honored. And SmackDown was okay. Well, not okay actually. I'm not gonna lie. SmackDown was kind of boring. Okay, it was kind of boring. Just not much happened. They kind of already did what they needed to do to build WrestleMania on Raw. This was just a little taste because again, it's SmackDown, blah blah blah. SmackDown, a whole thing package, But I just wish can you try to do something more? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, and they had the stages for the same stages they would use for like a pay-per-view, a PLE, when they would do like a SmackDown, then a PLE the same night. That's what they use, which kind of lazy, but I understand they wanted to film more people, which is okay. So that was the Hall of Fame. That was SmackDown. It's part of WrestleMania. Now it's time to do my WrestleMania review. Overall, that was WrestleMania's. That's WrestleMania week. It's good to see what they did on SmackDown. Good to see guys like Heyman getting ducked in the Hall of Fame, getting their little flowers. So I'm not saying, God bless everybody. God bless the legends. Until next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Let's talk about WrestleMania, guys. WrestleMania weekend, ladies and gentlemen.